By the side of a trail. Once a week, some boys from a Christian school in Bunumba, West Africa, went out to a little village 6 miles away to tell the people about Jesus and to worship with them. Yomba and Sa, Moni, Tomba, Dudu and Sute liked walking through the rainforest. It was beautiful, and there were so many things to see. Sometimes they got a glimpse of an elephant or came across some monkeys. One day, as they came close to the village, Yomba stopped short. "What's that beside the trail?" he asked, pointing at something. "Just a pile of rags soaked from being left in the rain," said Moni. "No," said Yomba. "Look, the rags are moving. There's something alive in them." Dudu walked ahead to look. "It is a woman," he said. Quickly they all came closer. The woman hid her face and tried to cover herself with rags. "Why don't you go home to the village?" Sart asked. The woman raised her 2 arms. She had no hands, only scarred and ugly stumps. The boys saw that she had the terrible disease of leprosy. Now they knew why she was an outcast from a village, sitting alone by the side of the trail.
The boys did not know what to say. They did not know what to do. They just stood there for a minute and then walked on to the village. As they preached and prayed and sang with all the people, they could not forget the sick woman by the side of the trail. After the service, they asked the people about her. The people knew the woman, but no one would help her. Quietly the boys walked home. They did not feel like singing. They did not feel like talking. What they had seen was too terrible. When they came back to the dormitory, they went to bed. But they couldn't sleep. When they closed their eyes, they saw the sick old woman alone by the side of the trail in the rainy season, with no shelter, no food, and only a few rags for clothing. When the other boys in the dormitory were asleep, the 6 who had been on the trail quietly gathered around Sa's bed to talk. "We must make some plan to help that woman," said one of them. They all agreed. But how? They knew there was no way of taking her to a hospital, because a hospital was too far away. The woman could not walk, and they had no car. They talked and talked. Finally, they had a plan.
In the middle of the night, they tiptoed through the dormitory and knocked at the door of the principal's bedroom. The principal sat up in bed. He rubbed his eyes in surprise and called, "Come in." Sa told the story of the woman. "We have 3 requests," he said. "We want a holiday tomorrow to go back to the village and build a simbek of bamboo and palm to shelter her." "You may have a holiday," agreed the principal. Sa continued, "We want to go to the market to buy a piece of cotton cloth and a blanket for her. Among us we have enough money." "Very good," said the principal. "What is your 3rd request?" "Each of us will go without a meal a week. We have friends who will give up meals with us. We want to carry the food we save for the woman, 2 of us every morning and 2 of us every evening." "I have another plan," said the principal. "I will tell the cook to put extra rice and yams in the kettle every day, and sometimes vegetables and meat. Carrying it to her will be your part. That will be a big gift on days when it is hot or rainy. 6 miles over an uneven trail is a long walk."
The next day, the same boys and a few of their friends walked back along the jungle trail. Some had knives for cutting branches and palm leaves to weave the walls and roof of the shelter that was called a simbek. One carried a cloth and another a blanket. Yamba carried a large bowl of rice from the school kitchen. The poor woman was in a daze at first. It was so long since anyone had been kind to her. She ate hungrily. She held the new cloth to her cheek, crooning an old song of her tribe. Then she sat there in wonder as her little shelter took shape. When the boys left, the little old woman called after them, "May God walk you well." It was a farewell used in her tribe. The boys kept their promise. Every morning before school, 2 boys walked from Banumba to the Simbek by the side of the trail, carrying a bowl of food. And every evening after the last class, 2 other boys walked the same trail with another bowl of food. A shelter of bamboo and palm doesn't last forever in a land of rain and insects, so after about a year the boys built a new Simbek. This time a crowd of villagers gathered to watch them. "It's strange to see you boys making this Simbek," said one of the men. "The woman's own people didn't help her. They put her out in the rain. Then you boys came and cared for her." The man thought a while, then he added, "Only Christian boys would have stuck to it and carried it out."